Greetings, everybody. It's first time in a few days that I've been live before, like maybe I don't know midnight. Anyway, welcome. My name is Chimoge. This is Chimoge's comments. You can see it here. Just checking my surroundings. I'm in a room by myself. Anyway, should have brought a napkin. Anyway, probably won't be too long, but I'm just taking some notes, trying to figure something out with my different segments. I think particularly I'm going to focus on a Quensama. You've seen that video. It's only one in that segment so far. The Dr. Umar Johnson's The New Manosphere video. Check it out. But I have another video on the docket for that. So yeah, anyway, I'm just trying to figure out the segment, you know. Anyway, and maybe some other stuff will come up. Let me turn the camera around and then I'll begin writing. Okay, let's... Kabunam Nogo. Ogo. 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 Lord have mercy. Bootleg translation, the in-law of the people. Yeah. Munishi Kalakan. Does that mean my mind is completely composed of the greatest alive? Anyway, enough about me. Yeah. So I might go into new topics. So writing earlier today, it looks like the ancestors want me to talk more about fresh and fit. I don't like mentioning them. I made a video about them anyway. Thought about it, and there's a particular aspect of their setup I didn't realize before is particularly disturbing. I'll wait before I share that. What they do should be illegal anyway. Like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. What is that nonsense? I still need these out here. The energy on these anyway. Hand of God. Okay, here's some stuff. I'll just show you this. I already did this earlier. I think it was on the live last night. Pain. Bad childhood, adulthood of pain, but we can overcome it. Anyway. Money is not raising kids, folks. That's one aspect. Anywho. Alright, so you guys be able to see. Let's see. Let's start with fresh and fit. Let's see what comes out. This will be the subject of a thinking time in the future. Yes, I think that's all it is. Yeah. Because I want thinking time to have more structure. So it's going to have some pre-thought out parameters just so that when I get in there, one, I can maintain some privacy, and two, it goes in a more streamlined fashion. That's interesting. I'll explain what these symbols mean, but I could do it quickly now. Basically, if I use these brackets, that means that the idea is a first son. And then if I use these lines, it means it's a first daughter. I'm still fully learning what that means, but it has to do with the way, I guess I understand it decently well. It has to do with the way the ideas function in concert with other ideas. Anyway, yeah, so that'll be a thinking time. Let me label that money, 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 money. Yeah, I think thinking time has to really more directly generate idea creation. That segment, yes. Oh, money, money, money. Okay, now, Ekwensu Alma. You know, it's the same thing as ACA extension, the extension. What specifically, I don't know why I did it like this, is a Ekwensu Alma? Abumungikizenu, Biarnu wa fuma shangele, 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 abum shangele, hanemegele, geminti abum shangele, monemele, monema, abum shangele, nu one keita. Check out my most recent live stream on Inquiry called it Hellfire. It's part of the anger segment. For those of you wondering what I'm doing, I'm currently trying to figure out the parameters of some of my idea segments. Specifically, I'm doing one called Ekwensu Alma. Ekwensu, for context, it's commonly said to be the quote-unquote IGBO god of war. Again, I think that's metaphysically almost there, not quite right. Although people don't fully understand what a god of war is. Let me leave it at that. I'm just saying it's an understandable mistake, not quite right. Ekwensu. A lot of people also say it's the name of the devil. That one's completely wrong. I mean, the devil is somewhat associated with Ekwensu from what my ancestors have told me, but I think that one's a dud, to be honest, because one, if you just look at the god of war archetype, that's not the devil. It's not. It's not like a good archetype, it's not the devil. And then two, just because something's associated with something or inside something doesn't mean they're the same. They're just kind of lazy. That's kind of like saying that, a worm is the entire soil because it's in the soil, or that the soil is the worm. That's kind of crazy anyway. And then there's, maybe this will be an anger segment. Let me not go on too long, but basically, God of War archetype is not good, but a lot of people do weird things to improperly criticize that archetype in order to boost up Christianity and other similar religions. So it's a lot of weird cult warfare anyway. But anyway, that's what Ekwensu is. If you look up the Igbo god of war, IGBO, again, Igbo is a group in Africa, commonly said to be a tribe. People might call it other things. I would say it's a group. Again, that's the group that I'm classified in. Igbo people, let's just say the Igbo classification zone is in West Africa and what is now said to be southeastern Nigeria. Let me say that. Yeah, that must be the Igbo classification zone. Yeah, anyway, if you look that up, you'll find, I guess, common information about Ekwensu. From what I have learned through my own research, prayer and everything, Ekwensu is one of the 49 things that undergirds existence. It's the lowest down of those things. It is the rival of the god of thunder. The god of thunder is way more dominant. But like all those things, it filters throughout existence. Again, it's composed of other smaller things and people. And Ekwensu, its primary function is to begin your thought. It's ugly, but because it's there, it gets you thinking. It's like when you're down, you might have, that sounds a little weird. How can I say it a better way? Well, I just saw 11:11. Anyway, but basically, if someone's down, they might have a thought that's not quite right, but then it'll be a little off, and they'll be like, "Wait a minute, that's not what I meant. Let me start thinking for real." That's a coincidence, basically. There's other manifestations. Anyway, 11:11. Let me make a wish. I wish that we all get rid of pain we shouldn't have. Expand forever. That's my wish. Every time I see 11:11, I make a wish. I recommend you do it. Anyway, what specifically is a Kwensu Alma? Alma, also in the same language, basically means great, nice, soft as well. But Kwensu Alma is ironically part of the god of thunder because it plays the role of a Kwensu, but it doesn't do any of the bad stuff a Kwensu does. So, it's great. Anyway, you could also call it the great cartoon. Another name for a Kwensu is cartoon. So, and apparently it's the same as Aka, the extension. And then manifest that animal people commonly call an iguana. It should be called an Aka extension. Anyway. Ooh. Yeah, that ain't good segment. I'm gonna run it up. Anime we with, big we with, anime we with. Alright, anyway. I'm just trying to get a hold on this here because I want to post more of this segment. Because the first video I made was very successful. Check it out. It's about Dr. Umar Johnson. But I wanted to, both for that segment and my other pre-recorded videos in general, improve my inner life when recording and publishing it. In other words, I didn't want to stress as much because that took a lot out of me. Did well, but took a lot out of me. And then two, I want to get the parameters of Kwensu Alma even more right. So, yeah. Anyway, the biggest thing though is the inner life thing. Better there. Okay, so let's go with the main idea. Idea, same thing. Femininity. Let's just put feminine. Yeah. I need to get different shoes. I think these ones, even though these need to become backup shoes. Also, I've had them for long. What I found is that, again, I haven't been able to do this because of resources, but after about a year, you should change out all your clothes and then throw them away. So, and then people lower down the food chain, as in other categories of life, other animals will eat them. Because also after a while it's just dirty, so you shouldn't be hanging on to clothes for like 10, 20 years. But anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking, because I ran track especially, I tend to get running shoes, but I'm thinking I might try and switch to getting more basketball shoes just for walking, and then yeah, I guess running shoes, they would just be around in case I have to like run like in a competition or something, although I don't know if that'll really happen, because when it comes to sports, my focus now is more trying to do other ones other than like track specifically. But anyway, but we'll see. I think running shoes could have a use, and I'm not saying I'll never run a track race again. I'm just saying, although when you run track full speed, you wear what is it, spikes? Anyway, I'm tired. What is it, spikes? Okay. Should this be for thinking time? Honestly, yeah. I think I'm just organizing for thinking time. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. What even happened tonight? Quinzu Alma. Thinking. I already thought out the parameters of thinking time, but should I do that again? Maybe I'll do that now. I think I need to do the thinking time about thinking time, because I was doing it behind the scenes. I think I thought I had it. And then, I don't know, maybe what I come up with will be the same, but okay. And then, ironically, thinking good time, yes. How big did I want this segment to be again? Let's. Well, it's interesting. I already had some stuff written here. My notes. Let's go. Okay, that's probably good. All right, then. Okay. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. But something's itching me. Lord of mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Abu mercy, Lord have mercy, Abu mercy. Mercy, ele. Mercy et bere, abu me bere, aneme bara, abu me bere ka, aneme bere ball be, abu me bere paw pe, abu me bere money law le, ka, amadio, ha, measure ka, abu amadio, ha, ma. Amadio, I'm gonna do hug. These they have to go in the note pile. Yeah, I need to prioritize that thinking time segment anyway. I think I've kind of been using behind the scenes as thinking time. I think I really need to even give the parameters of behind the scenes anyway. Let me turn the camera around and say goodbye. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. Please, like and subscribe, share this video. You can buy my art on Patreon. You can buy my merchandise. You can subscribe on both Patreon and Fanbase for benefits. And you can also donate using Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Those are in the description, and all those other links are in my About section. Thank you very much. See you next time. Okay.